working on the neighbourhood unit in particular, there's a great responsibility when you have an issue affecting a community or someone extremely vulnerable who doesn't know where else to turn to, and then you are able to work together to get them out of that situation or help them. And that fundamentally is what policing is about, is helping people. So at the end of each day, in terms of when I get home and when I do switch off, I feel as though I've made a difference to someone's life. It might be a small thing for me, but it could be life-changing for them. My lived experiences in relation to maybe having some negative encounters with the police when I was younger, not necessarily understanding what was going on at that time, drove me to join policing. And within policing, it's been a driver for me to engage in other conversations, you know, away from crime, and engage in important conversations around what policing should look like, what policing should be like, policing for the future. And so I've only ever found that policing gets the best out of you, and you give your best to policing when you can voice who you are as an individual. And that includes work with a number of the networks that the organisation has within it. The one I'm most involved with is Cheshire Constabulary Multicultural Network, or CCMN, and that looks at kind of positive relations to do with race and policing, and keeping that on the agenda and on the conversation. And having those conversations means that Cheshire is constantly driving to be a better force, to better represent the views of the public that it serves at the end of the day. And if you feel like you can be yourself, you will be the best officer you can be. So in terms of my journey on joining Cheshire, I started out as a neighbourhood police officer, police constable, and then worked on a response team before looking at being trained as a detective constable, which I did. I worked on the reactive criminal investigation department team, and then also our public protection department, and did a short attachment to our roads and crime unit as well. I was extremely fortunate to get some support to apply for the fast track PC to Inspector programme, and that support came from chief officer level, and included mentoring from superintendent, inspectors as well. So I've had nothing but support on that journey, and on being successful through to the fast track kind of assessment centre and passing that, I've then moved on to being a response sergeant, a neighbourhood sergeant, so going from being the PC to being the supervisor on a team like that and coordinating their activities, and then also more recently working as a detective sergeant on a reactive CID team. So when I went for promotion and when I've moved between roles, I think earlier on in my career I felt apprehensive about whether I would be good enough. Was I good enough? Would I be accepted in the new unit and the team? Would I be good at the job? And I think because of the level of support I've had, I've realised that the biggest blocker to what I want to achieve in policing is probably myself and my self-doubt. And once you kind of put that to one side and you have an aim or a goal, if you work towards it, policing is very much somewhere, an environment where you can achieve that if you put your mind to it. For anyone that is thinking of joining the police and joining Cheshire Police, it's very much about joining a family, joining the policing family and becoming part of a team. It's a team where you'll be supported. It's a team where you will be the support to others, and that is how policing gets the job done at the end of the day.